because it's a very subtle thing to know. Once when you start something, and you can call it a business or whatever it is that you have initiated, you know, all your passion is to make it work, and so you give it your all. I have found that I am looking for people, and sometimes I say, am I the only one who needs you? Because, you know, I'm the one who comes looking for you, but you are not coming, and I've stopped doing that now. I said, because I love this friendship, and I am the one who wants it. I will go to lengths. Be grateful that things are working for you. Be grateful that you have a friend. Be grateful that you have a family. Sometimes we take so much for granted because we are so busy looking for comforts.
Do you have any form of succession plan?
I have written my will.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I have.
That's what I wanted to ask, if you have written your will.
Yes.
Now, what's your view on that?
It's so important. I mean, you know, I have friends that are, you know, in court, not agreeing. And I think it's better for somebody not to disagree with the will than not to have any at all. Because it's a guide on what, you know, because we love our children and we all want to take care of them whenever you can. But I think it's important to give them a guide so that they are not pulling each other's hairs. Yeah, I think it's very important that people are told, you know, we are told that that's something we need to do.
Okay, and how early should someone start preparing?
I think as early as possible. My late husband had a will, but it was, can you believe it was lost by the lawyers, by the law firm. They couldn't find it. And that's okay because I was there, and therefore I was able to bring things together. But the earlier the better, but you need to be careful that you are hosting it with people that are not going to be careless about it.
That's true.
I think the earlier the better. Yeah. And if you are in a marriage, then if you can sit together and agree on this is how we want things to go, then it makes it easier.
I believe you have talked about your life and a beautiful story about that. Now let's go to the art of Thanksgiving. How does it reflect your life? Are there some scenarios that have been brought here because of gratitude, because you gave gratitude to someone, or because someone gave gratitude to you? What's your view on Thanksgiving, and how has it reflected to your life?
I think, you know, something really touched me recently. I was unwell and I was hospitalized. Yeah. And my room became like a meeting place for a lot of young people whose parents are my friends. And I thought, goodness, so there's something that I've done that makes these people, all of them, in fact, they had to control. So people would call and say, is this a good time for me to come and visit Auntie? For me, that was a reward. I thought, wow, how beautiful can that be, that they'll find me when I'm not able.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And how have you ensured that your children and grandchildren master the art of Thanksgiving?
I think because they see, because it's not something you can tell them, do this, do this, do this. It's something that they see, and if they admire it enough, then they will work towards it. Yeah. The projects that we have right now of, you know, feeding those criminal children, of making sure that these women have loans and are growing their businesses, that my children have embraced. So I can see that is making a difference in their lives, because I hear them. You know, they will sometimes collect clothes that they have, and they'll say, these ones need to go to this home. So I say, thank you, God. That means that We are all learning.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. As a mom, a wife, someone managing a school, how did you manage to balance all these things, especially during the holidays, but even when it was not holidays? How did you manage to balance all this?
When we first started Mount Kenya Academy, I did not balance. It was not possible to balance because I was working until very late sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I depended very much on my husband. Sometimes I depended on my sister. I would call my sister to come and help me with the children. So she would look after the children and I was busy, doing whatever I was doing. So I can't say that I personally did that very well. If I was to do it again now, start again, I would do it better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's a very subtle thing to know when you start something and you can call it a business or whatever it is that you have initiated. All your passion is to make it work, and so you give it your all, and that all sometimes means that something is suffering. And sometimes what suffered is even your relationship between you and your husband, because he's saying, why are you leaving me with the children? And you're supposed to make sure that that is happening. So I would advise that the people that do it better, the women that have enough money or enough income, so they are able to take a break from work and bring up children. I've had friends like that, but we were not able to do that kind of thing because we need my money, the little I could bring home and the little he was bringing home, to be able to do feed the children and give them the quality that he wanted to give them. So it's very difficult to sometimes to balance because everybody gets carried away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as we finalize the interview, tell me some things that you would like people to know about you that probably they don't know.
I think most people know I'm a mother.
Mm-hmm.
My middle name is Wangui.
Mm-hmm.
That actually I'm a born again Christian. That they may not necessarily know. That I love parties.
Uh-huh.
I love to have fun. Or I used to love to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have as much fun as I used to have.
Which kind of fun were you having then?
Well, we go to dances, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But I also love cooking. I love to cook. I love to explore new recipes.
Which is your favorite recipe currently?
Right now is a Chinese recipe that I found in a book the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what can I say? You're using soya sauce and stuff like that, and it's all mixed up together with cauliflower. It comes up like a stew, but it is a tasty stew.
All right. Which other thing?
I love to grow, stuff on the farm. So I'm growing lettuces. I have plenty of courgettes, all those things. I whenever I have extra, I supply. Of course, I give it to school. I supply to the school, and then I have my Jersey cows, which you have to see. They are beautiful.
I would like to see
yes,
that.
yes. So these are things my hobbies that I love to do when I'm, here at home.
I also have one more question about long-term friendships.
Mm.
How have they kept you moving, and how should they? Friendship is a very, very tasking thing to do. Actually, for me, I find it very tasking more than relationships, because as for relationships, you know what to expect.
It's hard work.
Yes. So how do you view long-term relationships, friendships?
I have found that I am looking for people, and sometimes I say, am I the only one who needs you? Because I'm the one who comes looking for you, but you are not coming. And I've stopped doing that now. I said, because I love this friendship, and I am the one who wants it. I will go to lengths. I have a friend of mine, for example, who finished with me at Alliance. We were very close. We did our A-levels together. It's called Wajiko Mwageru, and then she went to Los Angeles on a scholarship. to finish her school. And I went looking for her because she wouldn't write. I didn't hear from her. So I went to Los Angeles to look for her. Sometimes it takes hard work, and one of you has to work on it. But the mistake you do is when you say, I'm the only one who is trying. They are not trying. So you try, you do your best without wondering, being concerned about what the other person is not doing. So I have very good friends, long, lasting friends. I have this friend of mine called Helen Kurutu, who I play golf with, and I met her. Her husband was a very good friend of my husband, my husband. So I met her when she got married. I have a friend in the Mulu, Nick Nganga, who I met when I got married again. He was my husband's best friend. I have a group of women that are called Lulu that we meet every month. Unfortunately, quite a number of them have passed on, but we still have 5. Are we 5 or 6 of us that still meet many times at the Mataiga Country Club, and we have lunch and we talk. Sometimes we meet in somebody else's in their home. But I think what is even more gratifying is that their children have now become my friends. They are children, but they are friends. So wherever they are living, like I have these 2 that live in the US, Maida and Carol. Their mother just died the other day, but their father, George Gitungu, went to school with my late husband. So I met them when I married and became friends. Now their children, when I go to America, those are my children that I visit. When they come here, they come to visit me. Those friendships are important, very important.
Okay. Now, what's your advice to the youths and women in the current generation?
I think just to take it slow and to be very clear of their purpose in life and what they are, and focus on the important things that build them, as opposed to just having fun and so on. Because in the end, these are the things that will matter when you are old like me. You cultivate friends, but also remember, if you are godly, it gives you center to hold on to when other things fall apart.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. But I'd like one more thing from you. Just tell me, without explaining, what you think gratitude means to you.
Gratitude is just really being thankful. Just being thankful and knowing that you have a lot to be grateful for. There are a lot in our lives that are not as a result of anything we have done. It's just things that have fallen into place. So be grateful that things are working for you. Be grateful that you have a friend. Be grateful that you have a family. Sometimes we take so much for granted because we are so busy looking for comforts, and we fail to notice that actually we have more than what we need to survive. Yeah.